The challenge I have in these negotiations is, whether I like it or not, I've got to get the debt ceiling limit raised. Well, I'll answer that question later, but I just want to make sure that everybody understands defaulting is not an option. There's some on either side that have suggested that somehow we could manage our way through, but I just want everybody to be clear. The United States government sends out about 70 million checks every month. We have to refinance bonds that we've issued, essentially IOUs to investors. We do that every week. If suddenly investors, and by the way, a lot of those investors are Americans who have treasury bills, pension funds, etc., if suddenly they started thinking that we might not pay them back on time, at the very least, at the bare minimum, they would charge a much higher interest rate to allow the United States to borrow money. And if interest rate costs go up for the United States, they're probably going to go up for everybody. So it would be indirect tax on every single one of you. Your credit card interest rates would go up, your mortgage interest would go up, your student loan interest would potentially go up. And ironically, the costs of servicing our deficit would go up, which means it would actually potentially be worse for our deficit if we had default. It could also plunge us back into the kind of recession that we had back in 2008 and 9. So it is not an option for us to default. My challenge then is, I've got to get something passed, I've got to get 218 votes in the House of Representatives.